Shalom, shalom. This is Sophia, the Ameru Khan Mariam, and we're here for our second cursing of today, but I also want to give you the second blessing for today. So, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, very, very important. I want to, again, curse American, the divided kingdom, the Levitical priesthood, and the divine nine. And I'm just going to talk for a minute about the divine nine. They have the same issue as the Levitical priesthood. If you look at any of their founding documents, their oaths and all of that, when you join one of these organizations, the divine, I'm just going to use divine nine so I don't get anybody cussing me out. If you don't know what it means, you can go and look it up. But the reason why we're going to call them the demonic nine, really. What happens is when you join one of these organizations as a person of color, a copper colored indigenous American, you actually sign over your birthright to them. So you give them control over your birthright. And what they do with that is they then feed that to the demon that controls their organization, and with that information, since they signed over their birthright, they can then use that to curse the other indigenous persons, because our words are very powerful. And if somebody signs over their birthright to an entity, so that they can be taken care of by the members of that organization, then basically they are actually have the power, through them signing over their birthright, to curse us. And so this is why we have to curse them, very, very specifically, the demonic nine, because all of their members have signed over their birthright and allowed the entity that they're feeding, with their birthrights, to curse us. And so we must curse them. This is a must. And you can do your research, look into their oaths, look into their pledges of allegiance, look into their ceremonies. They literally believe that they have the divine right of gods, just like the Levitical priests do, just like the Pope does, over the copper color indigenous people. And so, if you think you've been protected by this organization, yes, you have exchanged your protection for your birthright. And you may want to figure out how to resolve that, because that's a huge problem. So we'll see you again for part 3 if we get to part 3. But I'm going to do a video over on my YouTube, and we're going to do an energy reading for our currency. So you may want to check that out over on YouTube. So shalom, everyone.